Out of every 100 men, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets, 9 are the real fighters, but the one is a warrior, and he will bring the others back. Heraclitus. In Norse mythology, the word Einherjar, which means army of one man, refers to an elite group of warriors, each of whom earned their place in Odin's Grand Hall of Valhalla. These fighters weren't just skilled, they could wipe out entire armies with a single swing of their weapons. Yet, sometimes reality is even more unbelievable than myth. Throughout history, there have been warriors whose feats surpass those of the most celebrated heroes of legend. Names like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, and Napoleon are often credited with world-changing victories. But the truth is, their triumphs weren't always the result of a grand plan. In fact, there are moments when the fate of a battle was determined by a single soldier, one man out of thousands, who changed the course of history with his actions. Now you're about to discover the stories of 5 of the deadliest, most lethal warriors to ever walk the earth, men who made history in ways that will leave you in awe. In the frozen battlegrounds of Finland, one sniper became the ultimate nightmare for Soviet troops. Simo Häyhä, a quiet farmer and skilled hunter, earned the feared title, the White Death, during the brutal Winter War of 1939 to 1940. Armed with his trusted M28/30 rifle, he vanished into the snow, striking with lethal precision. Unlike other snipers, he rejected scopes to stay hidden, ensuring that no sun glare would betray his location. Over 100 days, Häyhä racked up an astonishing 500+ confirmed kills, securing his place as history's deadliest sniper. In temperatures as low as -40 degrees Celsius, he lay motionless in the snow for hours, sometimes days, waiting for his prey. His ability to blend seamlessly into the icy terrain turned him into an unseen terror for the enemy. The Soviets were so terrified of him that they launched relentless efforts to take him out, sending counter-snipers and bombarding his position with artillery. But none succeeded until March 1940, when an explosive bullet struck his face, leaving him severely wounded. Miraculously, he survived and lived until 2002, forever remembered as a sniper without equal. When asked how he felt about killing, his answer became legendary: the recoil. Born in 1157, Richard the Lionheart became one of the most legendary warriors of the medieval era. His incredible combat skills and strategic mind made him a feared and respected leader on the battlefield. With his towering height and immense strength, Richard was a master swordsman, excelling in hand-to-hand combat and overpowering his enemies with sheer force. Richard was not only deadly with a sword, but also a skilled lancer, dominating in jousting and mounted warfare. His precision made him one of the most feared knights of his time. Even with a crossbow, a weapon requiring immense strength and accuracy, Richard was an expert marksman. His deep understanding of battle tactics and perfect sense of timing allowed him to lead devastating charges, often breaking through enemy defenses himself. His reputation as a warrior was solidified during the Third Crusade. He fearlessly led his forces into battle, earning one of his greatest victories at the Battle of Arsuf in 1191. Despite being outnumbered, with 12,000 men against Saladin's 40,000-strong army, Richard's tactical genius secured a stunning victory. His ability to remain calm under pressure and coordinate complex battlefield maneuvers made him an exceptional commander, admired by his men and feared by his foes. But Richard was more than just a fighter. He was a master strategist. His brilliant use of siege tactics and naval power played a crucial role in the capture of Acre, proving his deep knowledge of warfare and his ability to turn the tide of battle in his favor. Though he was the King of England, Richard spent little time in his homeland dedicating his life to the Crusades. His courage, honor, and battlefield prowess made him one of the most admired leaders of his time. Even today, Richard the Lionheart stands as the ultimate symbol of a warrior king, a leader who fought alongside his men and defended his people until his final breath. During the late Eastern Han dynasty and the rise of the Three Kingdoms, one warrior stood out as both feared and respected: Xiahou Dun. Serving under the legendary warlord Cao Cao, his unshakable loyalty, unmatched courage, and deadly combat skills made him one of the most trusted commanders of his time. Xiahou Dun was a fearsome presence on the battlefield, wielding both sword and spear with terrifying precision. His enemies dreaded facing him, knowing he could tear through enemy ranks with overwhelming force. Those who challenged him rarely lived to tell the tale, and even his allies never forgot the sheer power he unleashed in combat. But Shahudam wasn't just a warrior, he was a brilliant strategist. His mastery of ambushes, feints and deception made him a key figure in Cao Cao's campaigns. He understood that timing and surprise could turn the tide of war, using clever tactics to outmaneuver and break his enemies before they could react. He balanced aggression with calculated restraint, ensuring maximum damage while preserving his forces. One of his greatest contributions came during the Battle of Guandu, a defining conflict of the Three Kingdoms era. Facing the powerful warlord Yuan Shao, Xiahou tactics proved vital in securing victory. Rather than engaging in head-on combat, he targeted enemy supply lines, weakening their army from within. His leadership shattered enemy morale, ultimately leading to their defeat. But it was in the heat of battle that Xiahou most legendary moment took place. An arrow struck him in the eye, a wound that would have killed most men. Yet instead of retreating, he did the unthinkable. He pulled the arrow out, eye and all, and swallowed it. This astonishing act of defiance earned him the title One-Eyed Warrior, forever cementing his name in history as a fighter who refused to be broken. Few warriors in history can match the legend of Lucius Siccius Dentatus, a soldier so skilled and fearless that he became known as the Roman Achilles. Born in the early 5th century BC, he dedicated his life to serving the Roman Republic, carving his name into history through sheer bravery and combat prowess. Coming from a plebeian background, Dentatus defied the odds, rising to greatness through military excellence alone. His battlefield record was staggering. He fought in over 120 battles, surviving more than 45 wounds inflicted in combat. Each scar was a testament to his unyielding spirit and refusal to fall. A master of hand-to-hand combat, Dentatus once faced 8 enemy champions in single combat and defeated them all. His kill count was legendary, with estimates ranging from 300 to 600 enemies slain over his lifetime. His unmatched valor earned him an unprecedented number of military honors, 18 different awards for bravery, including 14 civic crowns for saving the lives of fellow Roman soldiers. Beyond these, he amassed an incredible collection of accolades: 83 gold torques, 160 armilla, and 26 different crowns, including the rare and prestigious obsidian and mural crowns. But his most extraordinary honor was the Corona Graminia, the highest military award in ancient Rome, given only to those who saved an entire army. Despite his unparalleled achievements on the battlefield, Dentatus was more than a warrior. He was a fierce advocate for plebeian rights. His growing influence made him dangerous to Rome's elite, who plotted his assassination. But even when ambushed by 25 men, he refused to go down without a fight. In his final stand, he managed to wound 15 of his attackers before succumbing to their blades. With an unmatched legacy of military success and an incomparable list of honors, Lucius Siccius Dentatus remains one of the most decorated and fearsome warriors in Roman history. Khalid ibn Al-Walid, famously known as the Sword of Allah, stands as one of history's most legendary military commanders. Often mentioned in the same breath as military giants like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar and Genghis Khan, Khalid's legacy is a tale of unmatched victories and ingenious strategies. Born around 592 AD in Mecca, Khalid came from the noble Quraysh tribe and was once a staunch opponent of the Prophet Muhammad. But in a twist of fate, he embraced Islam in 629 AD, quickly transforming into one of the most feared warriors of his time. His military career boasts an unblemished record, with over 100 victorious battles, including monumental clashes with the mighty Byzantine and Sasanian empires. One of his most celebrated triumphs occurred at the Battle of Yarmouk in 636 AD. Leading a modest army of 30,000 Muslims, Khalid faced off against a Byzantine force 10 times his size, 100,000 soldiers. Using his signature tactics of swift cavalry and feints, he outmaneuvered the enemy on a battlefield that would secure Muslim dominance over the Levant. He didn't stop there. Khalid also spearheaded the conquest of Iraq during the Ridda Wars and in the Battle of Walaja. His double envelopment maneuver decimated a large Sassanid army, showcasing his battlefield brilliance. Khalid's skill wasn't confined to strategy alone. As a warrior, he was unparalleled, fearless, adaptable, and always one step ahead of his enemies. His prowess in battle was matched only by his ability to inspire his troops. To fight alongside him was considered an honor, and his leadership was a force that rallied men to his side. Yet, despite his undeniable genius, Khalid's rise to prominence led to his eventual removal from command by Caliph Umar. It wasn't due to defeat, but because of fears that his growing fame could overshadow the caliph's authority. Still, Khalid's status as both a legendary leader and an extraordinary fighter remained untouched. Khalid ibn al-Walid's life came to a close on March 22, 642 AD, in Homs, Syria, at around the age of 50. Having retired from battle, he left behind a legacy that will forever echo through the halls of military history, one of the greatest warriors the world has ever known. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss more in-depth stories of the greatest warriors in history. If there's a warrior you'd like to see featured next, or have any thoughts, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next video.